Hello everyone, Solomon here. It's 10:30, Wednesday, January 24th, 2024. And I'm 39 years old. It's been a while since I was 24 years old. Jeez. I guess it's just story time. I got about 20 minutes max before I punch in the clock. You know. Oh God, what is this? Like 35. Now I'm approaching 40. So it's well over 10 years since I was 25 years old. God, what the hell was I doing? So you graduate college when you're 22, 23, and then you're just desperate for work, someone to hire you for $40,000 or $50,000 a year if you're lucky. And at the age of 25, you're just probably just balls deep into working. Or you're getting your master's degree, provided that you're not a shit person. You know, a lot of people get like masters in business or management at that age so that they can work or be qualified. That's what they used to do. I just worked through the whole thing. Nothing wrong with that. I never even saw myself with the capacity to be working at that level of management or supervisor. Regardless. And, what would that have been good for? Not much, provided who I am. So anyways, I went into the medical field. It's been serving me well. Base pay $41.25. Along those lines, plus $2, $42, $43. $43 and, I don't know, 50 cents. Not bad. So that translates to $85,000 a year, 87. Then there's so many people who don't want to work that I just pick up their shifts and I get to max out my overtime so that it equals to, 6 figures after doing overtime. And that's great. And I just gotta take advantage of that. But there's also this demonic feeling like, oh, I'm supposed to make more money. My peers, they're driving BMWs and all this Jess Pre-Minority Report stuff with Gucci and, And there's always that person who's super materialistic, who's not me. And then there's always that guy who's just super Asian and cringe and extreme cheapskate, and it's just like, that's the guy who's me. It's a very common build. It's a common model. And what I see a lot of people fall into is reality hits hard. Everyone thinks that they're a Madonna or a Sabrina Carpenter or in recent times, or a Britney Spears or a Justin Bieber or some shit. Everyone gets paid, on average, a bi-weekly paycheck. And when your bi-weekly paycheck doesn't reflect that, then you're fucked. That's the name of the game. So I had to take some PTO time to burn it in my holidays, and my paycheck was less than if I did actually work by $500, maybe even $1,000. Yeah, I think my paycheck was $1,000 less because I didn't work overtime. I didn't work the weekends. I didn't work double shift. I haven't worked 120 hours. Instead, I worked only 90 hours, which is still a lot. I used to only get 80 hours, But then the population of the employees dwindled down for whatever reason, and I was able to obtain more overtime. Anyways, my concern is that these places can't hold me. They can't have that guy working 160 hours. They can't have that guy working 195 hours. They can't. They can't be giving people overtime. So, what should I be doing? Applying to per diem, to other jobs, basically. There's this one girl there that works every day here and works per diem. And her dad works here too, so the fact that, I never needed to influence her, or no one needed to teach her that, is great. That's what you're supposed to be like. So this stuff does not need to be taught. You could be a decent human being, surviving economically and whatever, at least economically. And, you don't need to go to the school of, Warren Buffett or whatever. You could just be just well-rounded, a well-rounded individual, off the bat. And just have these qualities of, you're not a shit person. But for some of us, we are actual shit people, and it needs to be taught, So I can only work on myself, hopefully I'll make $1 today, hopefully I'll make $1 doing YouTube at some point. My goal is still just to break $1 doing this YouTube shit. So make sure to like and subscribe. How people get away being a Instagram model and OnlyFans, it's, you have to have some kind of talent. It helps if you're a girl. If that's your talent, then great. But, for a guy to be doing it, I don't know. It's just like, you gotta be that marketing guy, that asshole marketing guy, and that's it. Just learn how to be, or naturally be persuasive, and just get people to like and subscribe and to buy your products. You can be that guy. That guy is definitely not me. I'm a 9-to-5 worker. I belong into that bracket, which I know. And then there's marketing guy, there's the startup guy, and there's the idea conceptualizing guy, like a Steve Jobs. He doesn't do any of the work, he just comes up with the idea. There's a guy that knows how to implement things into the market. The startup guy, they belong in similar quadrants and stuff, I believe. And then there's the marketing guy, and then you have the basic bitch, person that just works 9-to-5. That would probably be me. Yeah, like Richard Kawasaki, rich dad, poor dad. Oh, his rich dad was an entrepreneur, and his poor dad was a PhD physics teacher who always earned the same average shit every year for $50,000-$60,000, which wasn't bad during that time. But still, you're just a basic bitch of a human being, as opposed to scaling business and having multiple different clients and customers. Fine, but you also have to cater to your customers and clients. And if you can't, then you're fucked. You always have to, the only person that can make you wealthy are your customers, are your clients. And if you fuck them over, and if they get fucked, there's going to be no more business. No one's going to trust you anymore. They're going to find out. China just had an earthquake, and, mudslides and all this stuff from mountains. Buildings were destroyed, people were killed. Is anyone gonna help them from the U.S.? Hell no. You know, China's been involved in a lot of scams and shit. And no one feels sorry for them. No one's gonna fucking help them. You know. I don't know. Everyone's just desperately trying to find their place in the world, provided that you're not Madonna, and you're not Sabrina Carpenter, or Britney Spears, or Justin Bieber, or whoever, or Michael Jordan. Shit. I'm still trying to make $1 on YouTube, okay? Damn, wake up call. Reality check over here. I know there's one guy on YouTube, Dorian, Coding with Dorian. He's a prime example of what you should be doing. I don't know him. I just know him from YouTube. I know him from watching YouTube. That's the kind of guy that, you know, is a try-hard, adapting to the current market. Everyone went back to go, you know, everyone got, you know, started making six figures, Google, Apple, Amazon, whatever, you know, coding, programming, engineer, and he did that, and then he got burnt, you know, he got his fair share of burnout and all this stuff. Now he wants to travel the world because he sees that life is short, etc., etc. Although he was able to establish a base for coding, eventually he reached a point of, I don't want to work anymore, life is short, I want to spend time with my family and wife, and he's tired of just being, you know, living a life of extreme cheapskate. He has it going for him. The thing is that he's not single, and he doesn't have this like geeky Asian thing going on in his DNA. So, you know, he looks like this like white guy. I know he's like half Cuban or something, but you know, he wants a real life. There's no way in hell he could be like this like little like Asian Chinese in a like Foxconn factory working for fucking like 16, 18 hours a day. You know, that's not what like white people do. You know, white looking people do. They go to the Hamptons, they go on vacation, they go to Europe, you know, they go to like whatever Asian fetish they have, Thailand or Vietnam, or you know, they try the pho and the pad thai and stuff, the pho, or whatever you want, however you want to pronounce it. They need to do their you know, their YOLO thing, and that's how they operate. You know, it's a much different model than the, you know, cringy, nerdy, geeky Asian guy, where he like has a love doll. Okay, the standards for living and life are just much lower, and cheekier. Made in China. Okay. You know, how are you supposed to compete, you know, with like a slave race of people? Like, basically that's what it is. Like, shit. And this guy's rocking like 2 kids and a wife, and like, what the fuck? So what the hell am I talking about? So I can only do what I can do. So I'm continuing my 9-to-5 job. It's only you know, I worked overnight, so I don't have to have that daytime, you know, energy going on. Patients bring their kids over. Everyone's jumping up and down, going crazy and shit. You know, just the hospitals are just jam packed with, you know, motherfuckers all the time, and that's just how it is. So I got a little few moments left. You know, given the situation, you know, how can I improve? You know, I get it. Everyone's just trying to record things, you know, being Instagram and just trying to get their 10-second, 5 seconds of fame, and everyone's attention spans are dwindling down, and everyone's just trying to hit that like lottery of being the next, going viral or some shit. We're scamming people, telling them that they can make any video viral or video clip or whatever, if you give them money, and then what do you get? Nothing. So we live in an attention economy, a low value economy of instant gratification and dopamine dealers, and that's what I'm essentially competing for on this. That's why I can't even make $1. But I still keep recording, hoping that one day I will make $1 doing it my way. Why do I do it this way? That's just how I am. That's how I journal. That's how I vlog. This is just cathartic to me, or I use this as my own therapy or whatever. Or along the way, someone else can just like and subscribe and like my videos. I'm just giving you the option that you can hear me blab. And so, let's take out, take it up. Let's just highlight the key takeaways here and call it a day. Don't quit your day job. Work your 9 to 5. Put in the overtime. And people are just going to pay you shit. These corporations, the S&P 500, they're just going to keep paying you shit unless you're an engineer, doctor, or lawyer, or whatever. If you're a technician, they'll still pay you shit. Maybe if a nurse, I don't know. You're not a doctor, but you're a nurse, and, if you put in the overtime, if you work the 12 hours a day, just maybe you can get ahead. But still, there's a lot of like shit work you gotta do, and actual work you gotta do, because people are fucking terrible. Impatient, the smells, the poop, the pee, the butt wiping, the accusations, just people are just fucking terrible. So with that said, make sure you don't quit your day job. Of course you're gonna get paid shit. Of course your apartment, your rent's gonna be expensive. You're probably gonna have to bunker down with your parents or whatever, and that's gonna be your life. Say goodbye to your boyfriend or girlfriend, unless you hit the lottery or something. I'm used to this, so yeah, I know. I don't want to know, but that's what it is. So, don't quit your day job. The S&P 500 companies are probably the only one who are going to ever pay you, because they can. No one else can. If you want to establish your own entrepreneurship, your own business, be your own reseller, go ahead. But there's gonna be hurdles and stuff. After you bought all the shit from the Goodwills, from the discount rack, from Walmart, and Costco, wherever, and Target, and who you're supposed to hit up? Marshalls. It's just like, then you have to have your own space, and your own rentables, and then you have your customers. When you sell things on eBay and Amazon, you'll have your fair share of asshole customers complaining, and you didn't send the item, and they're actually trying to scam you as well, which you did. It's just like they want a refund. It's just another scam, and then they get the product and the refund, and then you're like, shit, and then you notice a pattern on why there's so many fuckers out there like that, and you're just like, fuck this, I just want a 9 to 5. And here we are back here with Solomon Chau, working the 9 to 5, only that he works overnight. So make sure you get your time in at your S&P 500 company or your well-established in-demand job. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's just stick with the journey. Sticking with the journey. Thank you for watching. Peace out. See you next time.